get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes on the road.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Gun. Kill it, motion me out. Jack! On your team. Run out. Team. Gun. Hey.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Slam. Land 50.
Cousins being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
3 butt. Listen to me. Hey, we got Mike. Smooth.
Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins now. Finding some room at midfield. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. Hey, Ken. 50's the mic. Gun. 50's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, orbit. All right, now here we go. Oh.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Rhino! Clark!
Now Cousins on 4th down. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check back. 6-18. Hey, shoot.
To throw his car. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They run with Hines, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, seam 6. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Cousins to throw it. And complete, right side to Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
56.
Now Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They try the right side with Abdullah. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play fake. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Maurice Hurst providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's a run. They're running it.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carr gonna throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Ain't no way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Down. You ready? Check right 54. Right 54. Time to go night-night. Kill, kill, kill. Shit.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
You ain't got nothing. Mike 42.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Gun. 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. Hey, exit. 56. Go ahead. 56, right there, 56.
A second down throw for Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Gun. Mike 50.
To the air again, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Barely got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
31 yards there and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hines. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Raiders.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Let him know. Let him know. Check 4. Later 8. Mike's by 4. You can't block me. Hey, later 2. You can't block me. Go. Mike's 54.
Shotgun now for Carr. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get tight. Let's go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Final play of the half. Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Hines. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
185. Stop your whining. Rotate. Kill.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop them a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a return will stop right around the 25. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A toss to Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Down. 180. 54. 93. 93. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielding just now a hit and a loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Left side caught by Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the screen. Check.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he goes out right around the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Gun. On
third down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Wide. Mike 50. Oh, you got deep? Hey, Foxtrot.
Cousins. And Cook has it left side. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Gun. Mike's 50.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Raiders.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Here's Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr. Caught by Nelson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still. And
then in the end he kind of went, not really a good reason.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On first down, Hines. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Mike, you're Mike. Check 55, Mike. Watch the run. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. OP. 5. Watch the shit. Later 1. Watch the shit. Watch twist.
Carr to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.